Welcome back to the Coaching Corner. You know, over the last few weeks, I've had so many emails from actors writing in and saying, well, what is this common sense acting you keep talking about? It sounds so simple. Well, in one regard, it is simple because what you do as an actor, you have to be real. It has to look like real life. It can't be fake or the audience won't believe you. It's as simple as that. But on the other hand, it's a little bit more difficult because you have to use yourself. There's nothing to hide behind. You cannot hide behind any characters. Your self-worth as an actor is in who and what you are as a human being, but what you do as an actor depends on what the other actor does to you. Those are the things to keep in mind. So what do you think the great actors, the most successful actors in the industry might think about this common sense approach, this no acting approach? What do you think they might say? Well, here's the late Rod Steiger, Academy Award-winning actor for In the Heat of the Night. Watch what he says.
There was a time in acting where the actor did what they thought the character would do in the fictitious circumstances. Then there came the new actors, which started with Montgomery Clift, who did what it would be for them to be in that fictitious circumstances, not trying to make it up with their imagination. What does it mean if somebody says your mother's dead? What does it mean if somebody tells you somebody's cured of a disease? We want to see your reaction. Why? It was based upon this belief that you're an individual, I'm an individual. I may be more talented or less talented than you, or vice versa. But there's only one you, like what they call the voice of the poet in poetry. And if you can get your voice, I don't mean speaking voice, I mean the voice of your soul, the voice of your pain, the voice of your past. If you can get that and bring it into this situation, it will be individual and unique. Now, as I said before, some people may be more exciting than you or less exciting, but there will not be another one of you. The greatest compliment I get is when I'm on an elevator or I ride the subways in New York, which I used to, and somebody be looking at me and say to somebody next to him, and the other one would go like that, and when I started to talk to who was ever with me, they recognized my voice. So that told me I was close to myself in my acting. You understand? I was using my voice. That's one of the greatest compliments when somebody says, you have a peculiar kind of sound in your voice. You come from the United States. Being you are the most important thing you got. Never mind acting, all that crappy profession. You are the best thing you got.
And what about premeditated ideas? You know, thinking about what you're going to do in the scene before it ever happens?
I believe, especially in films, the acting that I grew up with, you should know everything as an actor except how. I mean, I used to drive career. I remember when I did Marty here on television, I drove poor Del Man crazy. He said, well, when you get in the scene, what's going to happen here? I said, I can't tell you what's going to happen until my mother comes in and tells me I should stop being lonely and going out with girls. I know about loneliness, I know about girls. Acting is reacting, let's see what happens. That's the excitement of acting for me. Let's see what happens. Now, when you find something that's got a good truth in it in life, it becomes what they might call inspirational, which means you and the audience discovered something new about living at the same time. The actor comes off the stage or off the set, they stop rolling, he says, what the hell was that?
And on the subject of true emotions,
I eat better, I walk better, I live better because I'm emotional. It's my business. That's my job. Being myself and trying to examine acting through the medium of acting in front of another person or thousands of persons or millions of persons on the screen. I mean, I'm an actor. If I were sitting here and your voice was on tape and nobody was in this studio except a cat, I'd be wondering if the cat's paying attention to me. I mean, that's how childish and hammy I am. I am what's called an actor. God knows what that is. God knows. It's a kaleidoscope of impulses and fears and terrors and joys that nobody's ever figured out. But that's also a definition of a human being.
Not much left to be said, is there? The late Rod Steiger, so precise, so eloquent, so well put, what good acting should be. On the Virtual Channel Network's Coaching Corner, I'm R.J. Adams.